everyone, Matt Foster with What's Hot at SHOT 2023, exclusively at GetZone.com. We're here in the Lyman booth checking out the Mark 7 Genesis. It's a commercial automated loading system. It's got some really unique features, even some patented features, and let's check it out.
Awesome. So this is Genesis, like you said. It's really meant for the consumer segment of the market. How you see it, besides the dies, is how you get it. Included is 11-inch high-speed case feeder, bullet feeder, mechanical powder measure, and collated priming. The real secret here is a first-of-its-kind drive system. Gone are the mechanical aspects of the loading press that you're typical of, replaced with 3 independently controlled servo motors. It allows a really smooth, unique experience that's ultimately configurable.
Okay, so let's even back up a little bit and say, okay, so automated loading system.
Sure.
So compared to like even obviously a single stage press, it's certainly not that, and even a progressive press. So when you say automated,
yep.
I mean, how automated is this? What does the consumer have to do to essentially start making ammo?
So besides filling components, setting your dies, setting your powder charge, and your primer seating depth, it's hitting go on a screen.
Okay.
There's no handle, there's no nothing. It's the machine drives itself.
So it has a case feeder.
Yep.
Bullet feeder.
Yep.
Primer feeder.
Yep.
Powder.
Yep.
Okay, very good.
And a whole suite of digital sensors to make sure everything is going correctly.
Does that have a digital sensor for if for some reason powder charge is not thrown?
Sure.
Okay.
So going around quickly around the press is decap detection. So a lot of our customers are using once fired brass.
Okay.
We want to make sure that spent primer got out of the case. So if the machine doesn't see a spent primer come out, it'll stop the press. Our presses all have onboard swaging. So you're going to swedge your primer pocket to remove a military crimp.
Wow.
Has a swage detection.
That'll do that automatically?
Yes. So 2 features there is, one, God forbid your primer did not fully get deseated, it's going to detect an obstruction, stop the press. Or let's say you're doing a military crimp that's far too aggressive and you can't swedge it, it'll stop the press. The whole thing is safety. We want to make sure that that case is ready for a primer when it gets to the priming station.
Very good. And so tell us about the dies. What kind of dies does it take?
So these are, it takes any standard 7/8-14 dies. So
okay.
your single stage dies will all fit. On this now is our Lyman Premium Pro Die set. This is just a simple set that we sell. We came out with a few years ago. It's a very high-end set. All the sizing dies are carbide. The seat and crimp feature micrometer adjustment for really the fine-tuning. It's really meant for the precision rifle or the guy who really wants to make sure that they are really on point for what they're loading.
Okay, very good. And primers, of course, fairly easy to switch over from large rifle, large pistol, small pistol.
Yep.
Okay. What about the rest of the setup? How difficult is it going to be for the consumer to set up the case feeder, powder thrower?
Very simple. The case feeder, depending on, it's just going to be a simple wheel change between caliber sizes. It's a variable speed drive.
Okay.
It's going to make sure that the case feeder should collate itself. Bullet feeder, there's some small adjustments. Powder measure, it's a drum style powder measure, so just simply moving this arm in and out, checking your powder charge. What I always tell people is this does look intimidating from the factor of what it is, but if you can run a turret press or a single stage press and you know how to set up all your dies, it's just going through that process 10 times.
Okay, very good. Now you were talking earlier about some of the internals, so
sure.
What makes this different than some of the other automated systems on the market?
So this is all new based on its drive systems.
Okay.
Before, a press had to go up and down to do all of its functions. Since it's all mechanical,
right.
It has to go all the way around the sun to be able to do all of its things. Now
Fair
that
enough.
we have broken that down, we have far more control and adjustability of the press.
Now how have you broken it down?
So there's 3 separate servo motors. One drives the tool head up and down.
Okay.
One moves the shell plate independently, and this motor here moves the primer disc independently.
Wow, so 3 separate motors doing those 3 separate functions.
Yep, and I can show you quick here on the screen what really what that makes the difference. So I'm gonna run the press now. It's in a rifle configuration.
Okay.
It's going a standard 3.5-inch stroke to do a case up to 308 Winchester. I'm gonna stop it. And this is the coolest feature of this whole thing. With the push of a button, I can turn it into a pistol-specific press.
Wow.
That only goes half height. So a lot of our customers go, hey, I only do 380, I only do 9mm. Half of that stroke, my press is doing nothing. I could be a lot faster if the press
Sure
only did a half height.
And so you set the stroke, so all you would have to do is essentially change your shell plate, or is it called a shell plate?
Yep.
Okay, change your shell plate, change your dies.
Yep.
correct?
There's 3
Powder,
caliberized
primer, but then stroke is set and just basically hit go.
Yep. Yeah, 3 main caliberized components here: shell plate, case feed ram, case feed adapter. We sell them as kits. Very easy to swap out. Tool head comes off, 3 bolts. It's a very simple and well thought out system.
So who is this primarily aimed at? What consumer?
This is aimed at the consumer, the pro shooter. We sell lots of gun clubs, gun shops. A lot of gun ranges now have their own pro shops, and instead of selling their brass to scrappers, let's process it ourselves, let's size it ourselves, let's prime it ourselves, and then we can sell it back to our customers.
Would this be applicable for PRS shooters? Is there going to be a level of precision enough that's going to interest them versus, how they usually spend 7 days to put together 200 rounds?
And that's another great secret of this press. This tri-ram design, being triangulated, is an extremely rigid process, so you should have very consistent overall seating lengths, primary seating depths. It really should fit those PRS shooters well.
Have you guys checked cartridge run out?
Yes.
And it's tracking well?
Yes.
Okay.
And so a lot more details to come. We just realized this yesterday,
but
we have a lot of awesome data to come out with this. We're really excited.
Okay, very good. Is there anything I'm forgetting?
This should be about it.
Anything else you want to tell us about it?
That we're really excited.
What's going to be the website where people can check this out?
Either Mark 7 website or Lyman's website. Actually, a big thing I want to say about this is we're really excited about the price point.
Oh, yes. So what is all this going to set the target customer back?
$5,999. We are very excited for the price point and the features and the capability of this press.
Yeah, that's fairly incredible. What will it come with for the $5,999?
Everything you see here besides dies.
How many shell plates?
Just one.
Just one.
So you're going to order it in your specific caliber that you want.
Okay.
Press is going to come set up, ready to go. Set your powder charge, set your dies, you're ready to go.
So it's going to come set up?
Yes. You're going to have to bolt on your case feeder and everything, but the press itself will have its shell plate, its case feed adapter, it's just all installed. The right priming components, all ready to go.
Well, that's exciting. Very good. Well, tell us what website customers can take a look at the Mark 7 at.
www.marks-vii.com or the Lyman website, www.lymanproducts.com.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much for your time and showing us an exciting new press. For more information, check out getzone.com, and thanks again.
Thank you very much.